Hoes ain't got nothing on them
nothing.
Zimbos, bro.
But them Zimbos hit different. I'm saying. Zimbos hit different.
I love me the most when they praying on my downfall, hoping that I lose it all. Love me the most, even when they short me, I'ma stand tall. I love me the most, the most, the most. I love me the most, the most, the most. I
So
love
Brody,
me the
so
most.
since been on this journey, we here now in Columbia. First meeting in middle school, and then going our separate ways, having our separate different journeys, reconnecting. College, because I left from high school, and then from say even after college to then meeting again in Mexico, then going on our journeys again, and then reconnecting here to now where we at, bro. Like, what is what was your perspective going rewinding back to when we first met? You know what I'm saying? First connected, as far as what you thought.
Bro.
Yeah,
Back
you know what I'm
in the
saying?
day, bro. Man, so it's been a long time coming. Obviously, so we first crossed paths in 7th grade, if I'm not mistaken. Godwin Middle School. Shout out to Godwin. Shout out to all the Godwin alumni, Godwin fam. Bro, upon meeting you, no lie, even being that young. So just quickly, real quick for myself, being that young at that time, you know, obviously not at the point of knowing myself at that, but I knew I was different, you know what I'm saying? And I knew without really knowing energy and how things work, I knew I was connecting to specific people for a reason. I never felt like, oh, that was a coincidence to bump into this person or to feel this type of connection or have these things in common. So first upon meeting you, bro, I remember thinking first, where the hell this dude come from? And secondly, he can hoop, he can get buckets. First time I seen you, like one of our main interactions was on the court. And then just the way you carried yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I felt the confidence, but I felt like there was definitely some mystery to you. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, not knowing really where you had just came from. I myself was just coming to Godwin, the year before, so I felt some type of connection right off top. Didn't fully know what was up, but obviously as the movie continued to play on, as the journey continued, I got to see like, okay, more and more so why we are connected.
Yeah.
So off top, I felt that. How about you, bro?
Man, I remember it was like yesterday, bro. From hooping. Oh, so what up? I remember it was hooping, and it actually reminds me of like I watched The Matrix, right? And when Neo,
Which one?
number 2,
Okay,
we watched that. So when Neo went to go see the Oracle for the first time, in number 2, he had to fight Sarah first. And then he's like, "Oh, I had to make sure you're the one." He was like, Neil's like, "You could have just asked." He's like, "No, you don't never know anyone until you fight them." So it's like that. The fighting was like the basketball court. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So
the
the competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? So that just popped in my head when it came to like the first meeting, like because it was like I knew if it came to hoopers. I'm being new there. I didn't get to hoop with the dogs at first, but I seen Tyson and Scotty. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was like, yo, there's this other dude at the school that's nice. You know what I'm saying? That's named Bradley. You know what I'm saying? But you're not in our lunch. You had a different lunch. So I didn't get to hoop against you. Then when we finally got to hoop, in my head, it's the code mentality. I gotta kill this nigga. I know you one of them ones at the school. It's like
I get it.
I gotta go at his head. But I got to see like, oh no, he's nice. He can hoop. You know what I'm saying? So I think that first interaction was like it's kind of set in stone. And like I knew if there was like a bar that was like a bar in the school, if I'm seeing like if this is like hierarchy, you know what I'm saying? There's like Mortal Kombat and there's certain niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it was you and Tyson and Scotty at this, but it was like really like it was from word of mouth, it was like you and Tyson, you know what I'm saying? So
the streets talking,
you know what I'm saying? Word of mouth around the school, and I'm new, I'm just hearing, and like, basketball is the thing I love. So from there, it was just like, oh, Brody can hoop, or Brody cool, cool energy, good vibes, no stuck upness whatsoever. And then with that, it was like just always a connection. It was like a bond. Even though I think it wasn't until like 8th grade we actually made it have like some class or homeroom together or something at
Even
that
to where
point
we had
to really get
anything.
to really connect. But like I said, like you said before, it's like nothing was like ever coincidence. You know, moving around a lot, you kind of connect with your tribe naturally how it's supposed to flow. So even like I wasn't in the tribe necessarily,
Yeah.
it just naturally organically flowed to where we all just end up rocking. So I think from there to high school, just that moment, it's like you always been, you always had that certain energy, like you said, a confidence about yourself, but also it wasn't like braggadocious. It was like chill, had humility, as they'll say. It's like being somewhat modest, even though you know, especially I can see it in middle school, like you could have moved around a certain way. You and Ty, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was really that was my first thought, and but then obviously dipping off at the high school, but reconnecting in certain points in times, kind of got to see exactly like why the bond or the connection was always there, because it's like certain things we will talk about, when we come back together, like just so happen you get back into town and I'm getting back into town,
Yes,
and then we
yes,
connect.
yeah.
I never forget this one time, bro. Before I moved to Cali, I came in town from New York, and I think I met you and Scotty at a Starbucks. It was at a Starbucks, bro. I never forget this day. And I'm like, yo, bro, I think I figured out life, bro.
Okay, I remember the
Yes,
kind. I didn't
yes,
remember the
yes,
exact.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes,
remember the
bro.
exact
I was
location.
like, yo,
Of course, I
I
remember the
think I figured out
convo.
life. He was like, yo, bro, me
Man,
too.
me too,
I was
God.
like, bro, we
Me
just do
too. Me
everything
too.
through love, just through love. You don't got nothing to worry about. He was like, bro. I was like, I never forget that, bro. I'm like, yo.
It's hilarious in hindsight thinking about this now. As we know, you continue to level up, continue to evolve, continue to. You get to some point where you're like, oh, I realize I don't know shit. I realize I don't know what I.
Uh-huh.
But real talk, I feel like every single time we would link up. I know you mentioned earlier about you travel, you moved around a lot. That's one thing I remember, bro, and I didn't understand it fully, being shorties. And with me moving around a little bit, a few different times, especially before starting 7th grade, 6th grade, I knew how frustrating that was for me. So when I kind of thought of, I would put myself in your shoes a lot. Sometimes we call each other like reflection, because
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, we already know that we are each
Yep.
other's reflection. So certain things I would just put myself in your shoes, and it felt relatable, but even the things that I couldn't quite relate to, I would like, it's always an inkling to try to understand my brother. And it would frustrate me how much you was bouncing around as a shorty. And it would frustrate me because I didn't fully know everything that was going on. But every time we would link back up, it was almost like, for example, like you pouring sand into a cup. Like every single time we would meet, pouring more, pouring more, pouring. It's like it would continue to build upon each other. And we would have these aha moments. These like, yo, we could see where you was in your studies, where I was in my studies, and
Yep.
and so forth, to all come back together full circle in Mexico.
I want to say this, bro. Like, because they say you can only live life going forward, but you can only understand life looking backwards. So like when we look back at like even middle school, the varsity coach of the high school is our middle school freaking PE teacher, gym teacher, and
Shout out
even
Coach
then he
Carroll.
already took a liking to me and you. You know what I'm saying? I already took a liking off the rip. So you just rocked with us. And then even from there, like get into high school in 9th grade, like Pee Wee in math class. What we used to say, the miles is in show. You know what I'm saying? Like
Because we was
even
out there
then,
putting on the show.
you know,
And for us, we was just in the moment experiencing it. Just we knew we was getting busy to an extent, but getting the hype and getting the love from other people around it, like, no, y'all fast, the way y'all get out and run the ball, y'all got chemistry, the way y'all move with each other, and the way we hoop now. You know what I'm saying? And we still hoop now, and it's just like, yo, we do this, we've been doing this. So
but you get to see in hindsight just how it was already a spotlight, just naturally from people. You know what I'm saying? And like
eyes
people
on
seeing the
us, eyes
spotlight.
on us
He
already.
he was telling us this stuff without us even asking. He's like, "Yo, Coach Carroll, like, yo, yada yada yada," and just people in general. So it's like even the first day we reconnect here in Medellin, we go out, like the energy, the spotlight, and the vibes, and everything that was happening within that point in time, like it's like superstars.
Yes.
We just
People
moving
asking to
and
take
flowing.
pictures with us, like, coming up to us, oh man, mucho flow, your style, like, just trying to be around the aura, around the energy, and the way we move, it's like we not, like you said, not super braggadocious. It's not trying to stunt shit on nobody. So it's like it's all love, and when people see that, feel that, especially depending on what level they are within themselves, man, it's like a beacon of light. You know what I'm saying? And we've been
like this came on.
We've been, like you said, it's been on us. It's been in us all this time. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we question it, but it's like as we continue to go on the journey, on the movie, more and more it makes sense.
Yeah, lighten up. It's like people telling us, like, even doing what we're doing now, just sharing our journey, our experience, our wisdom, our knowledge from our perspectives. People have been saying, it's time for y'all to do that. Yeah, so definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, double dragon to an extent, but it's truly profound, and you can tell like how the natural energy, like, this is not the first go round, and we're doing this in all lifetimes. Like we've been rocking Soul Brother. You know what I'm saying?
So he's about to say
Soul Brother.
Like, that just was really real. Not to cut you off, bro. That was really reaffirmed. Once we reconnected back in Mexico, it was like, with as we had talked about the medicine, doing a ceremony, like man, if I had any inklings or doubts of anything in my mind, like, I'm bugging. This is my soul brother. We've been through this lifetime and many before this. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna continue to keep doing this.
It's infinite, man.
You know
Eternal,
what
bro.
I'm saying?
Forever, bro. You already know,
Infinite,
man.
bro.
You already know.
Infinite.
And every time that, they said, I moved around a lot. So moved around after 7th grade. I moved, after 7th grade. Came back in 8th grade. Left in 10th grade. Came back in college, second semester of you being at CC. Came back then. Then I left for the Air Force. Then we'll come back periodically, to visit. Then even after college, it's like, but every time, it was like I've been around every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never left. Pick right back up. Every time.
Man.
And that right there just shows, like, that's the people that I don't have friends anymore. It's brothers. And that right there, it just shows, like, it's always supposed to be that way. The brotherhood, the vibe, the respect, just the reflection. Even like the friendly competition within itself, like going to 10th grade, like, oh man, we're gonna be on varsity in 10th grade. Oh, it's gonna be Miles is in. Miles is in gonna be on varsity. You know what I'm saying? It's like there was times where I'm practicing. I'm like, yo, Miles is nice. I can't let this nigga just be.
It's like that, it's that friendly competition that we always have.
Vegeta Goku, Ken Ryu.
Ken, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That double dragon, buddy.
So
Man.
I think it's been divine, bro, and shit, who knows where else, how it's just going to continue to flow with us, continues to grow as beings, because like you said, like where we were as kids compared to where we are now, it's like, bro, like I have to say, like, nobody ever told you, bro, I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love you as a brother, proud of the man that you became, the growth on all levels, because we could be totally different. We've been through some situations. Rest in peace, the big bro, the God. My bro locked up, got way too many times, threw him away, they sold him, and then on top of that, mothers being, have men's in their life. Father's around, my father was around, rest in peace, Pops. But, it was a lot of single motherness that we've seen too, of having to raise 3 children, and we could have been totally different. We could have made totally different moves, especially with pockets not being the way they are, and certain people being the way they've been that we've seen within our growth in our neighborhoods and things like that. So, with everything, bro, like nobody ever told you. I make sure I told you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's ironically, I posted it on Instagram today too, with that one song. I just found it, but it's true.
I had never heard that song.
Me neither, bro. The universe brought it. The universe brought it, but bro, never told you, bro. Like, truly proud of the God that you are, man, on every level. Never forget that, my dog.
Never, bro. That's love, bro. Likewise, man. Likewise. You hit it on the head with things could have went in so many different directions, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think that speaks to the resiliency, speaks to just the faith and the power within ourselves. And I think it only makes sense why we have become, like we said, those beacons of light for other people who they see, they can feel it. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, they're not just pump faking, they're not just talking shit. Like, you spend enough time around us, you're really gonna pick up some gems from
Yes.
the experiences and the things that we've been through.
Mhm.
You're gonna be inspired. You're gonna
Yes.
be happy. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna feel love. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? So many of these different type of feelings that you're gonna get just interacting with us, from us transmuting and growing and healing through what we've been through.
Being the alchemist that we are.
Man.
100%, bro. It's like, think about it, like, for us to be what we are today and flow within the beings that we are today, you know, we had to go through what we had to go through. So it's like we experienced the darkness, as people will call it. But in the darkness is the brightest light. But you know what I'm saying? That you get your biggest gifts within that darkness when you learn how to sit with it and then grow with it, you know, and love it, you know, and that's
Truly
what we
embrace
that's
it.
what we had to go through. You know, there's been true dark times, not having the finances, losing important people within our lives, not feeling like maybe at the points like, why is our life like that when we give
are.
nothing but love.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So within having to deal with that, grow with that, sit with that, and love and within that, it helps us be who we are, which is why the people connect to us the way that they connect to us. Because like if you never really been through that darkness, like you're not gonna really be able to feel, you know, the people that are going through the darkness. You're just giving like book
Exactly.
knowledge. You're not giving real life experience, wisdom, and light.
And it
which
feels
people
different.
truly-
You
yes.
can feel that. You can feel that difference.
Yes, it's like a teacher telling you to go invest in this, invest in that. They invest in nothing compared to a teacher that's really in the market, that's really doing
Really
that joint.
doing
It's a different talk. It's a
Exactly.
different feel.
Yeah. 100%. 100%, bro. So is there question for you, bro? Is there any part of you, as we're talking about all of this journey, is there any part of you that is surprised at who you are today, where we are as a, you know, as divine brothers?
To be 100, if there's anything that surprised, it's just that maybe that the impact as I see it is not as big as yet as I seen it supposed to be, as I see it being, you know, because internally within my spirit, my soul, like I always just connected to not to be the savior type, but like having that light of creating change as people like, you know, Buddha, myself, you know, in past life, Gandhi, all these, you know, Jesus Christ, all these, you know, Malcolm X, all these people, Marcus Garvey, all these people. So I always, in my spirit, I just felt like royalty, and I'm supposed to leave a divine impact on this being. So if anything, like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and it could be bigger, but it's exactly what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not shocked one bit based on who I always see myself to be internally. What about yourself?
It's a dope response. Piggyback off that, bro. Very similar. Not so much surprised, especially. Okay, I can say the movie has surprised me a little bit with how things have aligned to get to where they are. But for us to get here, I'm not
And who you are.
exactly. I'm not surprised. You know, boy, it was a journey getting here, bro. And it's amazing to even think about the journey that's going to continue to unfold. You know what I'm saying? But similar to what you said, as far as with having high standards, high expectations for self, and always feeling that healing energy that my energy, my aura, my consciousness is here to change shit. You know what I'm saying? But however you want to look at that, however you want to put that. I've always felt that. I've always known that. Just being yay, a little one. So in that aspect, I'm not shocked at all. I'm more so just like, I be having to give myself grace, because I'd be like, come on, bro, you supposed to been on this. You're supposed to been making a bigger impact, but then that's just a program within myself. So
I had a question within the light that you always seen yourself in, right? And the being that you always seen yourself in. Do you still feel like there's been times you feel like you're still growing within that knowing of who you know yourself to be, and just the true impact or influence that you truly have or can have within this? Like you feel like you're still like Neo within the Matrix. He's really starting to believe like you're are you feel like you're still in the journey of knowing, or you just been growing within that journey?
Love that question. Like we had mentioned at the end of Matrix, first Matrix 1, you have Neo going through the whole movie, believing, then gets to the end after Agent Smith shoots him, and he gets up and realizes he knows now. He knows. And now he's flying. He's tapped in. I feel like when we connected in Mexico, man, shout out to that ceremony, shamans, Rex, everybody's energy that was involved for that. That was the confirmation. Smacked me in my face like, boy, you been knew this shit. You been knew this shit. Quick question on that. And so now back in, I'm a human being.
Yep.
So there are times where I question certain things within myself. I shouldn't say necessarily question, but I know that I can learn. I know that I'm learning. I'm evolving constantly.
You're a human being?
I'm a god in this physical avatar.
I know. I'm just asking.
But I feel it. I feel it. So as I'm growing and evolving, and I like it because it's like universe will slap you in that, or a little pinch, you know what I'm saying? However you want to, like, reminds me, like, oh yeah, no, we still growing and flowing, no matter what level we get at. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
Yeah.
As I'm still here in this experience, we learning, constantly still growing. But the inner knowing of who I am,
What you know,
that ain't going nowhere, bro. It's once you, they say, once you put them joints on, you can't take them off. I see it. And now, so it's just honing in, tuning that, getting better, growing within that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%.
How about you, Brody?
Man, definitely, bro. As we talked earlier, actually, I was talking about my Reiki experience. The medicine, we're talking about that, but like before that moment, yes, we always had this feeling inside, but it's like growing within that. I remember talking to my roommate at the time about that. I felt like I was at that point within Neo, starting to really start to know and really believe in that knowing, and then having that moment with the Reiki, with the goddess Denise in New York, to where I told you when she was at my feet, my spirit was like, yo, she's healing us. I want to give her healing. And then at the end of the session, I'm like, I'm not going to say anything about it, but she ended up bringing it up like, yo, I don't know if you know, but when I was at your feet, I stayed there a little longer because you're a healer. You're healing me. And in my spirit, I'm like, man, I'm never going to doubt myself again.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's like telepathy, right?
Yeah,
there,
you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to tell her. I'm like, yo, that's exactly when I actually consciously said I wanted to heal you. So at that point, I'm like, man, I'm not going to doubt myself again. But during the ceremony, like you said, and what you said, I'm guessing that ceremony is the Agent Smith, the medicine was the Agent Smith, you know what I'm saying, for you, as far as being born again. And that exactly was mine as well. My first experience. And I told you, I popped up like, I knew this shit. I know this. I already knew it all.
Everything is what it is, but I wish I could have been there to see
like, I already knew it all. Like, nigga, I remember I popped up like, popped up like that, bro. Ran to me like he ran up to me like, you got I'm like, yeah. Good. I already know. I'm not one of them.
You ain't know a lick of Spanish at the time, which is even you were the indigenous shaman who tapped, man.
But that part was, like you said, that was really it's like Goku turned into, Ultra Instinct. Before that, I hit the pre-stage of Ultra Instinct, you know what I'm saying? The Omen start. And then after that ceremony, I went into Ultra Instinct. But like they say, like that's just the beginning of a new stage, a whole new level. So within that, I'm still growing. Like you said, we're still learning and growing within our knowing. But we have a different foundation than before. We knew soulfully, but we didn't really know even on that conscious level,
we had to get upgraded. Like,
now it's a marriage between it all.
Yes, sir.
So now it's like we're moving in a new foundation, a newer level of knowing, and we're building and growing within that. So it's the same way, bro. It's like there's growing within the knowing and the confidence of what is possible, of watching animes and things like that to think about, so I can be there's never a box, but no limitations, because there's no limitations on what the source of what we are and what we are capable of, and we got to experience that we are everything and all things within the ceremony. So anything and all things are possible, and just growing within that knowing of all things, being able to continue to be an alchemist for self, because healing yourself is healing the world, you know, and
Yes, sir.
gain this wisdom and this knowledge through quote unquote healing ourselves, and share that with the people that we end up connecting to or interacting with within this journey that we are on. And that's just blessing our world even brighter, you know? So I feel like that's the same stage, bro. We're in the same stage within it all, bro, in that confidence.
And the last thing I want to say about like the ceremony and the impact of that, I want to just chime in on how you and I, as we'll just be flowing day to day, chopping it up, or in meditation or something, just regular normal activity, and we'll remind each other. We'll we'll either say it to ourselves, and then we'll tell each other later, but I'm in ceremony right now. And so it's like when I say once you put them on, you can't take. It's like we felt that vibration. And for anybody that may not know this, like doing these ceremonies, you can call it a drug, you can call it the medicine. It's all of it is just, it's like a cheat code to show you who you truly are. So, you know what I'm saying?
You're already the medicine.
And so now, once you truly understand that, it's like you don't need anything to get back to that frequency, get that back to that vibration. So it's profound how often you and I be like, bruh, I'm in ceremony right now, or just it's just our easiest way. It's like the cheat code. It's like the code word to say, like, bruh,
you're in that singularity of that everything is everything is love, everything is perfect, you know, and it's beyond words. That Kundalini is open.
Hard to even, it's beyond
it's
words.
Open.
It's beyond. Like you're saying, it's
beyond words, bro.
Beyond.
No words can, words can go.
It's just gonna bring down the vibration.
It's limiting it, man. Limiting us. So I definitely 100% on that one, bro. I agree with you. Beyond words, magical. I don't really have nothing to add on that one, man.
Fine, my brother. Fine, man. Fine talk, man. I'm grateful to share this space with you, bro. Share this space with you, and sharing it with you. I'm sharing it with myself, and then automatically sharing it with everybody else.
Yeah, bro. Price, bro. You really made me think of the time when we were on the roof in Mexico at my spot, and we had smoke, and I remember I started, you said it's just a frequency. I started, and at that moment, the sirens from the cops and everything started.
I remember this, bro. It's that shit. It's that shit. You had to be there. You just had to experience it.
It's like, oh man, it really shows you, like you said, it's just a frequency. It's like a radio, getting to the right station.
Yes.
I had to look in that selfie cam, get a new pic, develop who I am. Had to detach from my own genes, old habits, new lens, validate who I'm letting in. Gave too much, feeling less than. I finally know my worth and my value. And set me. Love me the most when they praying on my downfall, hoping that I lose it all. Love me the most, even when they show me I'ma stand tall.
Yo, I'm proud of us, Brody. We finally did this. Oh God, we did.